to the land of the gardens, also known as Srimangal. This is just outside of Sylhet, and we took a train early morning today. We'll be staying there for a day and a half. It was really hard to match with everyone's schedule, but I'm glad that we could take some time off and go and have a great time together. It's off to an okay start for now. It gets better. Fingers crossed. Finally here at the NOVEM Eco Resort with my family. After 3.5 hours of train journey, we finally arrived in Srimangal. The train journey was surprisingly really short because I expected it to be at least 4.5 hours or so. And the train seats were really good and comfortable. We really loved it, and it was so cheap, 460 taka for first class AC, and the seats were way better than plane seats. Very comfortable. We slept throughout the journey. It was very, very comfortable. Now we're here at the NOVEM Eco Resort, and it's inside. It's actually really inside, so it can take some time to find it, but you need to book a CNG or a tempo to find the resort. And I'm right now in the resort. It's really beautiful. We're surrounded by tea gardens, and it's actually a perfect place to hide in the hills. So pretty. That's the backdrop. It's filled with the tea gardens. And what I love about this place is it's really serene. Good place to have your getaway. Leave it all behind. Right now we're exploring the NOVEM Eco Resort before we go out for lunch. The employees are very hospitable, and I'm actually enjoying our stay here. We had lunch at Panchi restaurant, which was about 30 minutes away from our resort. It's actually in the Srimangal capital. We had a very good lunch. It was very fulfilling and surprisingly very cheap. 5 of us ate for only 850 taka, something which you cannot expect in Dhaka at all. After we came back to the resort, the two of us along with Tarina, we decided to check out the rest of the resort, and then Joseph and I decided to get in the swimming pool and test the water, and it was so cold, so cold. I can't believe I did this. I'm scared of swimming pools actually, but this time I actually had the nerve to go dip not just my legs but my entire body in the swimming pool. And at one point I felt like I was about to drown because I went too far in the middle. But I'm alive. I'm alive, folks. Right after Maghrib, Joseph took a nap while Tarina and I stayed back and we watched the stars and we just hung out. Now we're going to play badminton in a while. We booked the court for an hour, so we even got the rackets. We're going to have a fun night out and basically gonna make the most of our night since we are only here for one night in this resort. We had an eventful evening and a really fun time playing badminton with the family. Guess what? Even my mother-in-law knows how to play really good badminton. So all of us played badminton and instead of 1 hour, we extended it to 2 hours. After playing badminton for 2 hours, we ate dinner and now the sisters and us, we decided to look at some stars and end our night with it. Really love the vibe of this resort. So simple, but it's making me and all of us happy. Up today around 8 a.m. in the morning and we got ready and went to have our free continental breakfast. And now we're going to, I guess, we're done with our breakfast, so we're going to roam around for a bit and then we're going to check out and go on for other tours. So I checked out from the hotel and we decided to roam around Srimangal before we go back to Dhaka. Our train is at 5 p.m. and we've booked a tempo to go and visit different places, mainly the most famous places in Srimangal. So right now we are by the MADHABPUR lake. As you can see, the background behind me, it's really pretty. After Madhapur, we visited Srimangal, LAWACHARA National Park. So this is located in Srimangal and one of the famous things to visit while you're in Srimangal. We did a forest trek with the family, which was around an hour while coming and going. This was an easy trail since we had people, all my sisters and my mother-in-law, they don't know, they never did forest trek before. It was hard for them actually, but for us it was easy. I guess the Cambodian one was harder for us. And we saw the tribal villages, which was located over here. Now we are heading back towards the front of the national park, and we'll be taking some pictures before we go out for lunch. We had lunch at Chhat restaurant. I read it based on recommendations from the internet and it did not disappoint us at all. We had mutton karai and it was really good, and the bharta was my favorite. I loved the fish bharta. After having lunch in Chhat, we waited for half an hour in the restaurant, and now it's time to catch our train and say goodbye to this place. It's been a day and a half, but everybody loved it. I'm really happy they loved my plans, and I could pull off a great trip in such a short time. Everyone's satisfied and I loved this trip too. Hoping to have more of these soon.